Hey folks, Quillican here, and welcome to the beginning of the end of our Let's Play of Europa Universalis 4 as Super ULM, or New ULM, either way you want to look at it. Papal State's doing well over there. Castile doing well over there. Aragon doing well nowhere. And the reason I say that is because I've actually already received my press code for Common Sense, which of course will have some pretty dramatic changes and effects on a lot of things in the gameplay. Including how all the buildings work, and I don't know, finally, yes! Oh, good, we're going to talk about that in a second. And anyway, it's going to, like, pretty dramatically modify things. Maybe, technically, you can load, the old save with the Common Sense patch/expansion. It might technically be possible, but it'll be kind of weird. And in any case, I think at this point, we've basically accomplished all the major goals. I mean, we can continue just sort of painting the map black. I see a red state and I want to paint it black. Anyway, but really, like, we started as one province minor. We dealt with all the aggressive expansion nonsense within the HRE. We've gone and beat up on France, and we're about to make friends with Great Britain because they just unallied me. We have 2 allies in common, which is just great. In fact, if I, or sorry, I'm reading this wrong. Muscovy and France. I don't have Muscovy. Right, never mind. But we have France in common. And we might even be able to get a second one. It's interesting that they rival the Netherlands over here, which I wouldn't have necessarily expected. But, I was going to say, almost certainly, we can get alliance with them, even though I don't like them that much, which is kind of interesting. We'll be able to get a royal marriage after that. And now, all of a sudden, our position in the world is amazing. I mean, at some point in the future, it's entirely possible we could backstab Great Britain, just like we did France. But for now, it's someone that we have zero land conflict with. I have no real desire to grab their stuff just because it's so far away. And meanwhile, they can support a heck of a lot that I do, including using their powerful navy to blockade everything, to keep my own ships safe, for example. Thank you for the royal marriage offer, yada, yada, yada. So, today I'm going to spend I'm going to record a few episodes in a row today, but this will be the final day that I record our Super ULM game. And when we come back, we'll be starting a new Europa Universalis 4 series using the Common Sense patch/expansion. I say it that way because I actually don't know which features will be in which. I assume the complete building revamp will have to be in the base patch because it's just too significant to restrict to an expansion. That is very interesting. How's my, I have no truce. Really? We have quite a few allies, but none of them are significant except for Castile. And I can just surround you and stomp all over you right at day 1. How's my manpower? Not fully recovered. Oh, I have no stability either. That's not good. Oh, let's go ahead and finish these cores and then boost our stability up. And we can kill that internal conflict. I don't even remember leaving everything in this state. How odd. There we go. France declares war on Guarani. Okay. Arrive. Merge, split. Go there. And we've got some extra leaders kicking around, don't we? Well, we've got some leaders kicking around. Just trying to get rid of the attrition over here. The reinforcements are coming along. Are we at full maintenance? We are not. Good thing I checked on that first. But the idea is I can hopefully pounce on these guys with about a 2-to-1 ratio of troops. They are in the woods. They will get a bonus for that. There's a river here, but we have a very high maneuver person, so that's not going to be a problem. Doesn't look like there's any other river crossings anywhere else. Let's go ahead and boost our stability up to, well, at the very least, -1. That's going to be acceptable. We've got some money. I mean, we do have a fair amount of manpower, which ain't bad. And yeah, if we can just stomp on Lorrainian peasants. You know what, I'm sure I'm fine, but my morale is low enough that I'm slightly worried. Slightly worried. No, we're fine. You can just stay there. I say that, we'll get a bad roll. There we are. Good. Okay, we'll just have to wait a couple of months for our morale to come back up. How much are we getting? Not much. Right, we've got our military points over here, which I guess is fine. That's right, because we did change our leader, because our last one was going to be too old to keep around for a long enough time. Plus, we're getting a little on Republican tradition. If he was younger, I would have still done it. But at this point, it was stupid to spend the Republican tradition on someone who's just going to keel over and die anyway. We've got a lot of buildings queued up. We spent a lot of money at the end of the last episode. I don't remember. Was it the last episode or like between episodes or whatever? I just... Oh, right, because didn't I... I ended the last episode having taken forced labor over here. It's made my buildings cheaper. So I went and canceled all my buildings and re-queued them up, and I think I queued up even a lot more. So a lot of things are coming in. Quite a bit of trade buildings, just because I didn't need the Diplo points at the time, because we are ahead of time on tech. We don't have any diplomatic ideas to spend it anywhere. We didn't really have a need for anything, so I'm like, what the heck? We can do that, try to get a better handle on trade. We only own 12% of the trade in the Rhineland, for example. And here as well, so getting a little bit of splash over is good. Venice, we actually have most of the trade power already without running any ships, but I still put a few buildings in there. Some of the trade buildings actually add trade value, which makes it just have more money in and of itself. And since I already control the trade there, it seems like a pretty good idea. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's declare war now, because otherwise they'll be black flag. I won't be able to attack, and then I'll be fighting them somewhere else. It's quite a bit of stuff. Not gonna lie. I would like to take Gores, though. You know what? God, that's too many people, isn't it? Castile's got a lot of troops. They're all busy. They're all away. Austria, how many troops do you have? I should really be checking this first. That is your entire army over there. You do have some manpower. We're not going to be stack wiping you either. You've got some decent generals, but we've got huge, huge, huge numbers. Would we have anyone on our side join in? Brandenburg, Prussia. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, let's do it. Could possibly go wrong. There. Thank you. Also, let's go ahead and see if we can roll up a cool leader. Even, might even get our king to do it, because we can support an extra leader for free right now. It's a lot of maneuver, I will give you that. Let's go ahead and make one other leader who uses the same stats to roll himself up. That's pretty poor. But we'll go ahead and throw everyone in a big mix over here and see what we can do. They're not even at full morale, although, oh, no, they didn't get a morale tick. So there we go. We've got about 2-to-1 numbers. They didn't have full morale. We do have the -1, but there we go. Did we stack wipe that group? Oh, see, now that is just dirty. I feel unclean, you guys. What we should do... let's leave... you and you behind. We're going to merge these two. Oh, we just ended the battle, so it won't let me do it. Do that. Okay, let's squish some more armies up here. Let's try to avoid a little bit of the attrition. Oh, you know what? I should use some force march. Although you can't recover morale and stuff the same way with force marching. Still, you know what? That's okay. That is totally okay. Carpet Siege of Austria would be nice not to let them rebuild their armies, but I think squashing some of the armies that are there right now will end up being better. Random general death, okay. Hopefully it wasn't like my best one. It was one of the good ones because I had it assigned. Let's take you. Send you up over there. So who are we actually at war with? And then down here, of course, Castile is still busy right now, which is good. I think the right move will actually be to go and stand in... there we go. To stand in Austrian territory. And sure, we'll force march our way down there. That's okay. We'll do that and then loop around to there. Just kill some more people now while we've got enough time. Manpower is still fine for us. We actually do have quite a bit of money for mercs. In fact, I'm tempted to start spending on mercs right now, and I will actually do that. And you guys can group up in Salzburg when you show up. We'll be slightly over our force limit, but we could actually do a couple of merges or something like that. And I don't mind spending the money to be slightly above my force limit for a little while. You're going to Cologne. Really? Where the hell are you running to? You don't have any friendly territory down there unless you're going that way. Tell you what, let me sort of chase you. It'd be nice to get a bit of a stack wipe. Okay, yeah, you are going down to Austrian territory. Oh, come back around here. And yes, I realize we're not getting our morale ticks. But that's okay. Am I going to catch you? I am going to catch you. And then we'll go and have to take that off. You, over here. Select army. I don't know, you don't recover properly even when you are not moving while you've got the this force march on, which seems a little odd to me, but whatever. Oh, okay, hold on. Castile is actually coming. So let's actually group up here. Yeah, you'll do your stupid stuff where you keep moving that way. There. Will that reset you? No, it won't. Like, because I told them to go here, they're going to keep trying to go somewhere. I have no idea where it works that way. But it's pretty frustrating. Maybe because I'm telling you to, like, move in place here. Whereas if I actually did this, hold on. Stop. Force march. Go. And you know what? The rest of you, stay there. And we'll assign a leader to you. Good. Because Austria is going to be rebuilding some amount of troops here. I've got these guys up over here. You are broken. Right, it's probably worth... You must be going in this general direction over here. So we're going to try to rush ahead. You're going to cut through Thuringian, and you're going down here, and we'll see if we can do a bit of a stack wipe. And that's going to be okay. Whoop! You go there. Merge these guys up. Go here, and then we'll cancel our force march. It's almost the end of the month anyway. We'll get a tick soon. You're going to come through here and go somewhere else. I'm going to take this one. We don't actually have to reset this guy if we don't want to. You're going to go to where? Ostmark. Okay, I will follow you there. We're fighting over here. We do have -2 from the terrain, because Bern is mountain, which is dangerous. We got a few reinforcements coming. I suppose I can throw a few more dudes in there. Yeah, the ratio is not great. Vienna is just farmlands. We'll get a river crossing, but we have huge maneuver. Not a really good combat guy, but huge, huge, huge maneuver. Looks like we will not win that one. Let me force march you out there, just to get a little bit more of a front line again. Speaking of force march, let's get that on, and then try to catch up down here. Good. Wow. Close. Stop. No. Stop. You don't have force march on, which is fine. I'm going to turn yours off. You're going to go into there. There's the rest of the Castilian army. We're going to have you guys sit in Tyrol to catch up. There's a bunch of buildings. Oh my god. Pause. Okay, Battle of Crane. What did I want to check? No, I can't boost that yet. That's too bad. We don't have the inflation. We don't have the points to cancel that. Whoa, hey, did we ever get caught out there? No, that's not me. Where am I? I'm here. Okay, well, I guess we'll save this battle. Unfortunately, we won't be able to help out Poland over there. And then we'll basically sit in the all the mountains of Austria and have people come to me. Merge up. Split in half. Go there. Salzburg mountains. Good. Coalition. Coalition could fire in all of this. It's entirely possible. Split and go there. And split and go there. And then do I have an extra leader kicking around? No, I don't. So we'll just wait. But I'm going to let some of you guys recharge. You no longer need to force march. Detach a siege and go here. Oh, looks like that battle was won. Oh, how good. We got reinforcements. Looks like Brandenburg and Prussia showed up to help Poland. Good. All right, a little bit of stuff going on over there, but nothing to be concerned with. We'll get the war score, the war goal relatively soon. And yeah, Venice insists on coming in on these wars, which I can't blame it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Detach, go. Detach, go. Split in half and go. Treviso. Yeah, I'm not too concerned about Treviso. Alright, that's good. You know what? Let's cut across this way and go down to Crane. People are white flagging away, running away. Castile's buzzing around. They might come for me. We should be able to reinforce, assuming I leave enough people in this sort of area over here. I want to take some dudes and move them to there. And I'm actually going to split this group and send about half of it there. And then we can reinforce these sieges here. But I'm trying to avoid having too many people in the siege area just because of attrition. We're above our force limit slightly. I could actually take one of these groups and do a little bit of merging. Actually, maybe this one, who's in foreign territory. Do a little bit more merging. What does that do for me? Still slightly above. There we go. And I mean, it's because I hired those mercs, and in theory... Whoa, yeah, that Castilian navy is pretty big. Where's my navy? Down here. Tell you what, why don't you go home during this war? Oh, we might be able to defeat these guys. Yeah, hold on. Let's defeat them. This is actually not even a full siege over here. That's amazing. Probably because it's mostly heavies. 22 lights, actually. Then I'm really surprised that it's not full sieging. Ancona, yeah, that's fine. Royal Marriage from Portugal, that sounds great. How you doing, Portugal, by the way? Good. You don't want to call to arms, which, you know, fair enough. Oh, okay. I know that. I missed the fact that I was being attacked here. They are attacking in the mountains, and we've got the Prussian army coming over to kick some butt. So I'm actually going to be fine. I'm not even going to move these guys out of Tyrol. So let's actually use them to see if we can squash that 2-stack, which will not be reinforced in time for the mountains to matter. So we have the defensive bonus and a 2-to-1 odds, or 2-to-1 force, which is pretty good. And just send you back to Tyrol so you can reinforce different things pretty easily. 3% war score. We've got a little bit of negative war score because we didn't take the war goal right away, which is fine. I mean, at some point it would be nice to take Sundgau just because it's annoying, but on the other hand, it really is quite easy to abuse Austria by forcing them to deal with that. They got some reinforcements that I didn't really count on. All right, won that battle. Let's go ahead and group up, separate. Do that. Oh, we got an independent little thing there. And then split up like that. That'll be okay. And then here, I'm just going to... What is our composition? They do have their 12 heavies. Yeah, so I'm going to want to dock as soon as I can. I'm just waiting for the that no retreat flag to go away. We'll accept the fact that we've lost the battle. Ship battles are pretty dangerous if you just let them be. They will be quite happy to just fight basically until they get completely sunk. They don't run out of morale as quickly as they get damaged, so you can lose your entire fleet. So just be a little bit careful with those guys. I can safely detach some extra guys over here. Maybe put them in Vienna, and then split this and do something like that. So it is being a little bit risky to do this, but two things. First of all, everywhere where I am, it's a mountain. And secondly, I do still have a stack here with pretty high maneuver, so we should be able to get places pretty quickly. Pretty sure maneuver affects movement speed. And then, of course, we do have the Prussian, like, awesome going around here. I'm a little concerned about what kind of fights they might start. I'd be very happy with this encounter. It's attacking into the mountains. Yeah, I'm not going to jump on them quite yet. I can leave force march on, I suppose, for convenience. Since we're pretty much recovered. If they want to come at me, that's totally okay. I don't think they will. Yeah, I'm just really worried that the AI might start a fight in a stupid area. Wow, you really went there. Well, we're going to get reinforced, so I can not worry about that. Plus, we got the mountains. This I like. I'm going to go ahead and force march over here. And just take out these little 2 stacks. I don't know why the AI loves to do this right here. This Austria keeps being really stupid. Alexandria, but stay home at war. So you don't go back out again. We'll have to rebuild some ships after, but that's alright. They're probably going to retreat to Sundgau. It'd be really nice, actually. What is this? This is hills. I can attack into the hills. There's not that many people around. Just let this battle end, eventually. Like, there it is. Finally, jeez. Jump on here, and then see if we can finish that off. They might come and reinforce, but of course we still have the giant Prussian stack over here helping out as well. Sorry, the Prussian, Brandenburgian, Savoyan, Brabanten stack. 2 of those are vassals, but the other 2 are really, really nice allies to have around. Of course, I have jumped in for wars on their behalf as well. Well, actually, Prussia, I don't think it's come up. Brandenburg, quite a few times. I have helped out Brandenburg with one of their battles. So we'll just kill a few more stacks and keep everything there manageable. And I think it's going to be safe enough for me to split that like that, and probably even split this like this. Feeling secure enough to do that sort of thing. Because all the action is over here. We got plenty of troops. Let's turn off the force march. And I'll actually, oops, move half my troops back into friendly territory. Reduce attrition, but also you do recover things a lot faster in friendly territory. And I'm not going to go hunt these guys. I'm actually going to hope that my allies keep wiping out these small stacks. They can spend a little bit of manpower doing it. I still get all the war score, but I don't spend any of my own resources, which is nice. Yeah, I'm kind of a dirty bastard, but you also saw what I did to France, so none of this should be a particular surprise. I'm going to go ahead and detach some people over here to Salzburg. Whoops. I didn't realize I wasn't detaching anything. I did reset some of the siege process. Interesting. Austria really did some moves to the east over here. Good for them, I suppose. Military engineer or permanent local defensiveness. Let's go for that. I can live without the military engineer. This is okay, but do I have a leader kicking around? Not bad. Force march. You're going to join in, because actually we have a penalty on our side. We do have a great general, though. 660 against no leader. Yeah, okay, I'm sure he's going to be fine, but what the hell. Anyway, yeah, this whole idea here was to reduce a little bit of the attrition we had, plus get a group over here that can potentially respond to other attacks, since it is safe for us to go and detach some of these stacks. I'm tempted to go and siege over here, but I think it's smarter to have a little bit of a group over here in Salzburg, just in case I need to respond to anything. Good. Ooh, that is a large stack of something over there, which is a little scary. You know what? With that in mind, let's just go back to Tyrol. Let's not worry about grabbing this. You can turn off the force march. We're just going to go and hang out over here. Keep our main sieges online. Since I can't full annex Austria, I don't need 100% war score at all. Potentially there's something I could do with a co-belligerent, but I don't think so. What I'm just going to try to do is nibble as much as possible over here. I do want to take Gors. It is the war goal, which means I have a claim on it, so it's going to be easier to take, easier to core, yada, yada, yada. But also, it gives me contiguous connections to Venice. And in fact, if anything, it would be quite nice to take out a bit of Venice. Get some more coastal provinces, which increases the amount of ships I have. I don't know if any of them have an extra trait. Looks like no. But gives me more of a presence in the Venetian node. I mean, I'm going to get close to 100%, which is fine. Eventually, it would be really nice to get a presence in the Ragusa node. And ultimately, I have to worry about the Ottomans. Of course, if this Let's Play is ending soon, then maybe I don't. But, you know, we get... Ooh, let's wait a bit. But we may have to think about it like we are. I'm going to go and meet up in Salzburg over here to be able to respond to these guys. If they come to Südtirol, it'll suck a little bit. But if they were going to Linz, which isn't even a mountain, then I actually might want to just abandon the siege in Linz. Or encourage them to not actually attack, which might also work. Group up. 205, not bad. Yeah, if they make a move on Linz, what I think I'll do is just start moving my stack to Linz and which should stop the AI from making the attack. Which I'd be fine with. There you go. Because I could probably reinforce it sufficiently. And I like the fact they're sitting here actually getting attrition, which is interesting. I guess they just have too many people, because that is a neutral state. Tell you what, let me move like half my dudes in there. Actually, let's leave the leader behind. Yeah, it's starting to be quite a bit more. I really would rather not fight them in the grasslands like that. I'm going to let the stack finish. If they want to attack at that point, I mean, they do have huge numbers. We do have some reinforcement potential, though. These guys, pull back. You two. Pull back here. They're mounting quite the thing. I think they will get the river crossing penalty, though, because I have a lot of maneuver. I think they will attack, which is really not ideal. Just finish your move to there. And this siege actually has a long way to go. Let's get some more reinforcements next door. When are they going to come in? On the 2nd of December. Okay. So on the 1st... I mean, I suppose I could have not done this trick, and I could have started moving ahead of time if I don't want them to fight, but that's okay. These guys are almost all the way there. Yeah, so I'll wait till they arrive, then force march. Spending a little bit more military power because we're all spread out, but... Force march, go. Yeah, that might actually turn out badly. It's a lot of dudes. Force march, go. They do have the -1. I don't know where Prussia and everyone is. We do have superior numbers, which is nice. Maybe they're all here? Croatia, Brittany, Augsburg, Cologne. No. Where's the big Prussian army? I don't see it at a glance. I'm probably just being blind. But I actually don't see it. Oh, it's right here. There it is. War. Oh, France finally declares on Brittany. France is trying to, like, unify its terrain finally. Okay, so we've got huge number that are about to get defeated, which is good. Hey, we actually finished the siege, which is also nice. Let's go ahead and just make sure we've got some extra dudes in Gars over here, just because we want to... whoa. That's kind of annoying. Just because we want to get that war goal. So we will probably lose that, which does suck. Let me group you into one, detach a siege, select the big army, force march turn on, see if we can get down here. It is a mountain, so they can hold off for a while. Leans, can you detach anyone? No, that's too bad. Oh. So we can either get 5 years of +1 diplomatic relations or power. I'll take the power. I mean, maybe I'm over my diplomatic relations, and I am. Doesn't have to be like that, though. I think we'll be able to shave one off. Anyway, this is definitely time to put a break. It's been a fun little war. One I wasn't necessarily planning on doing, but well, as soon as I realized that I didn't have a truce with Austria, and their units were sitting in a place where I could jump them en masse to start off with in flat land, it seemed like a pretty smart thing to do. And I think this war will end up working out. In fact, what I should do, though, just before I end, is hire another whack pile of mercs down here where it's nice and safe. Thank you for watching another episode of this Let's Play of EU4 as Ulm. Keep in mind, it is going to be ending relatively soon because of the expansion. I've got an early code and everything, so see you, well, see you in the next episode of Ulm for sure anyway.